This was a recommendation. Apple donut recipe, guys.
This is a fall
Speaking of
classic. It is
food.
what? Apple fritters, but we're doing the adult version. Yeah, you heard me right.
Adult
we have
version?
a secret ingredient that we're going to put in it, but I'm not going to tell you. Come on into camp and I'll show you what's happening.
We gotta tell us, because what if I want to make it? You might start hearing my country voice come out sometimes. Apple. I like the icing.
Hey, y'all come in here and be real quiet, okay? I want you to look. I've got the evidence.
Got the
See
evidence.
here? We have a varmint, a creature. So if you see a little mouse scurry by on the way, don't think nothing about it. And we have a mouse dog somewhere.
You just put that back in there with all your
I don't know
cooking
where
stuff?
he went. Where is the schnauzer? He's supposed to be trained to catch them critters, but
What's the dog
he's
doing?
on holiday, I guess. But what are we talking about today? Something that I used to go to Miss Holloman's donut shop when I was in the 3rd grade. I'd walk over there.
Oh, Nicky Hill.
Apple fritters. Now she made
Apple
them
fritters.
things that big around, and for a quarter you could get one of them, and for another quarter you could get some chocolate milk. And oh my gosh, you talk about something good.
Why can't
But
we
I've
have
always
that
wanted
now?
to recreate them and maybe have them as an adult version, because them things is tasty and they're oh so easy. And what? Apples are in season. It is
I wanna
fall.
go pay a
I used
quarter
to
for an
be
apple
able to
fritter and
juggle,
a
but
chocolate
now I
milk.
don't. I just
Just try. Just give it a try.
50 cents?
That's it right there. That's about as
Well,
far as
apples
it's
are
gonna go.
bruised
Keep
now.
my day job instead of going to the circus. So
It looks so
when you
nice.
think of apple fritters, and there's so many people,
The
they
dog's
wanna
laying low on
use
his job.
a Golden Delicious or a Gala apple or something like that. Folks, we need this green apple, which
Let's say
is called a Granny Smith.
Yeah, Granny
because It's going
Smith.
to hold up a little better, but also it's got a
Sour.
little tartness, but we're going to combat that with some sugar and some cinnamon and some other spices. So let's just get started.
you one by
we
itself.
need to peel these, if the peeler will work.
You don't really
my
see 'em.
grandmother used to
I'm not
take
a fan of
paring
them, but they
knife,
look really good.
and she would go all around an apple and never break
I like
the
eat them with like
chain.
peanut butter and caramel,
And
but
she'd
even
say,
then they're
"That
still way
is
too tart
how
for me.
you peel an apple."
You might want to introduce our special guest.
We do have special guests up here today. We got whiskey, not the kind you drink, whiskey the Doberman.
I
and
want a
the
Doberman.
Pyrenees Josie. We are so glad that
Hi,
they've come to
Josie.
visit us today. And both of them are scared of the
Aw.
schnauzer. I've never figured that deal out. The rest of them are in timeout in the pickup over there because there's a lot of angry words being spoken. So this is their property, so we're going to let them stay and be at home. Looky there.
That
I
stays
finally made it, Grandma. All one, I did.
Look at that.
And I'm going to tell you something. On the ranch, I saved them green apple peelings, I did. Because
what
we'd
though?
make poor man's apple pie, which is just apple peelings boiled down, get them a little softer. Some sugar, some apple cider vinegar, and a pie crust, and a little cornstarch to thicken it.
Can you pet the dog? Apple peel pie.
Of butter in this skillet, and we're going to cook them first because so many people, they just cut them apples and go ahead and put them right in the batter. No, folks, we got to give them some more flavor. I don't want to cook them plumb to death,
Cast
but I do
iron.
want to soften them just a little. So let's just get them in here. We're going to let them saute for a little bit in this butter.
Can we get a dog?
We're going to
I have a
add
dog.
some goodness to it. Well,
Got a few dogs.
been on about 3 minutes I have. I wanted to saute them there in that butter till you begin to see them to brown a little, and you can. I want to ask you right now, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you all.
Yeah, don't ever clean
if
a
you just
cast
wandered
iron
up
pan.
camp and you seen that, wouldn't you think it's fried potatoes?
Is that
yeah.
seasoning
making
in
me
there for
hungry
you?
it is, but I do like a fritter, so we're going to go on with it. When they begin to brown a little,
100
white
dogs?
sugar,
I don't even have the area for that.
brown sugar.
Might get
Go
yelled
ahead
at
and go
by
to
the
mixing that really
neighborhood
well.
if I have
Keep
that
having
many
people
dogs.
trying to jump out of the situation. When you get that mixed up, how many of you remember that country and western singer, Jerry Lee Lewis? You remember him, Shan?
Yes.
And what
For the
songs did he
Avon,
sing? Do you remember?
Didn't he sing Chantilly Lace?
Uh-huh, but there was something else too. He would be pounding that piano and he would sing that song and he'd say, speaking of fire, folks,
What?
remember I told you this was like the adult version of fritters?
Right. Adult version.
Fireball whiskey.
Yeah,
So,
you knew
We
it.
got them really coated well with the brown sugar and
It
the
is
cinnamon.
whiskey.
You
How
got
much
the
though?
little bottle size.
Uh-huh, this is what's called travel. Uh-huh.
Travel
So
size of
give them
whiskey.
a little splashing in here. It's what we would call
half a travel size?
deglazing the skillet. Now, if y'all are be thinking to yourself, oh, I can't make this, got alcohol in it. Alcohol just cooked out. I like y'all, so we're gonna add a little more.
It's
I
just
do.
the flavor. You
But I
cook the
just want this
alcohol
to
out.
cook down a little bit to where we don't have so much syrup in there, but we're getting all them apples flavored.
I mean, I would try that.
Our whiskey is about cooked down, it is,
Hey, Jake.
but we need to give it a little shaking of cinnamon. And look at this good liquid in here. I mean, it is, that stuff right there, if you had a hot biscuit, sop that up, oh my goodness gracious.
I love this
So we're
guy.
gonna call these about done.
Good old
But
Southern
we
guy,
can't
you know.
use them hot, folks. We have to just let them come to room temperature. So I'm gonna set them over here and let them cool off. Let's make the batter for it. I don't
Batter
know, can I
time.
carry it that far?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, I didn't know it was hot.
Careful.
It's hot.
Yeah,
Don't
the
take
handle
long
gets
to look
hot,
at it.
so
Well, let's
It's
get
tough.
started on the dry ingredients for the batter. We have a
Leave
cup
me
and a
while
half of
watching.
flour. We're gonna add some baking powder because we want it to pop just a tad bit of salt,
write this
which
down.
is that much, a little bit of nutmeg, a little dab of cinnamon, and give
Damn,
that a
bowl
good
that
mixing
big.
and stirring up.
Need that for potatoes the other day.
Now it calls for 2 large eggs, and the Gladys and the girls, they ain't got large eggs, so we're gonna go with 2 mediums to make 1 large.
I had an egg with
Go
like
ahead and put
double
them
yolk
in
in
there.
it. That thing was
Possums will
massive.
get that part of it. Don't do that at the house because you'll get in trouble. To that, we're
I
gonna
know
add
they're not my
3/4
eggs.
cup of sugar.
I don't
And
lay
then
eggs.
we're gonna stir really, really
He even
well
called chickens names.
till it is smooth.
It will
And
be
you
on the
can
test.
see them good yellers in there from them homemade chicken eggs.
Alan.
They be making this stuff extra special. To that, we're gonna add
Milk,
some butter.
butter.
You gotta have it. I don't want it hot butter. I just
I think you
want
put more butter in
it
that.
melted. Go ahead and stir that up.
Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey.
So just beat it with that whisk. I'd say about 2 minutes. It'll make everything lighter and smoother as we go along.
Well,
It's time to
egg
put
butter.
the what? The dry in the wet. Just rake her off in there.
I think that bowl is way too big for the
But
stuff you
something
put in
that
it.
would really help it
Beat it.
would be some carbonated fluid of some kind because
Huh?
carbonation
That Mountain
is going to
Dew?
help things jump up. So what would that be today?
What?
Make good old Mountain Dew.
Why Mountain Dew?
Because I just love the flavor it brings. We're going to go with about 3/4 of that cup right there.
Oh
Just
my
give it a
gosh.
stir. Now, folks, you'll find out.
Can I put
guess
Game
could do
Fuel
it this
Mountain
way,
Dew
the
in
camera
mine?
could see it. You'll find out when you make this, you may have to add a little more flour or a little more Mountain Dew.
We have whiskey
because
and Mountain
we
Dew in
want
this thing.
batter to be where it'll really cling to them apples really well after
Real
we get
Southern
everything
man.
mixed in. So don't be afraid if you have to add something, and we'll see that consistency here in
Put
just a
Monster
minute when we
Energy
get
in
through.
it.
But I'm thinking right now would be a good time
Can I
to
put my
throw them
gamer subs
apples
in it?
there. Because remember, there is a little juice on them apples. So let's go ahead and get all them apples in there. We don't want to lose none
It
of
was
that
a
flavor.
whiskey chaser.
And
Yeah,
cooking 'em
exactly.
just
Can we put the
brings
gamer
out
subs
so
instead?
much more flavor than
Which
just
flavor
using
would we
them
do?
straight in the fritter. Now, when we go to try to fry this, I want it to be able to stay in the spoon so we can rake it down in there. If you're trying to spread that out all over, them apples ain't even going to stay in the batter. So we need something to make it cling a little better.
Firm it
so
up.
we're going to incorporate a little more flour.
Oh, it
till we
isn't
get to
carbonated.
that
That's true.
Desired consistency.
I'll still try it though.
While you're mixing this up and getting it
I'll
to
reach out
that
to him and
desired
hey, I got a new product
consistency,
for you.
get you a frying vessel
Gamer
of some
subs
wok.
apple
We're gonna
fritters.
use a Dutch oven today. And you can do this in a skillet.
Use code
Now,
SPIZ to save on
you
your
can
purchase.
see that's sort of staying on there, sort of like we want. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, that'll fry
Okay,
up right
tell me,
there.
like, so you just want it to like,
Blue and
Want it-
raspberry.
I don't
Ooh,
want it to
yeah,
run
that'd
off
be
the
good.
spoon. When you pull it up, you can see it tries to separate there just
Yes,
a little.
soda stream.
But you want it to be able
Carbonate
to
that
just...
thing.
Well, let me get you a real spoon. I'll show you what I'm talking
He's
about.
getting us a real spoon, guys. I love spoons.
If we have any.
Wait, I just realized, why do you have this just outside?
We don't have any tablespoons. Besides for that one. Now you can make fritters to any size you want, but when you pick that up, that's going to be about enough right there. And we want it to be able to run off in that fire.
kind of like a little thinner than peanut butter, maybe.
Yeah, a whole lot thicker than pancake batter.
Gotcha.
So
I wonder if like this
we're
is
pretty
his
close.
daughter, like granddaughter.
And the way
that's
that you
with
can
them.
tell that you got them just the way you want them, if they're too dark, they burnt. If they chew it in the middle, they ain't cooked enough.
Hey, Papa, make some of your apple fritters. I'm gonna put this on the internet.
Well, we are ready to fry. We are at 350 degrees. I would call this a shallow fry more than a deep fry. We got about that much oil in there, which is,
Shallow fry.
I'd say 3/4 of an inch. Don't
Uncle Roger do a
overload
video with
the
this guy?
spoon,
This is the first time I've
'cause
ever
we want
seen
to be
him.
able, when these get in there,
It was one of the
sort
recommended
of give them a
videos.
little pat to just sort of spread them out just a
Ooh,
little.
like pancake
They're going to
stuff,
cook more
maybe.
evenly that way. So get him down in there, spread him out just a tad.
Spread them out.
Because a fritter, if you go to thinking
Making
about
apple
it,
fritters.
they're pretty flat.
The ASMR going on right now. I see the dog.
About 2 to 3 minutes aside, we'll be in the fritter business.
The outside
Bertha's
drawer
burning
thing.
my leg, mate. You're going to have to look out, buddy. You know, it's like when you go to cooking pancakes and you see it go to bubbling on the backside coming through, you know, popping up them little air bubbles. That's when you know it's probably pretty close to getting.
Oh no! No! Hi, Mika! Hello, Raiders! Hi! Here to boogie. That's right, here to boogie. We're making some apple fritters, baby, with Paw Paw. I don't even remember his name. What is his name? What's his name? American Apple. I didn't have his name on here. I'm gonna call him Paw Paw. Hi, how was your stream? Hi, Joe. Hi. Well, welcome in. We're watching Cowboy cooking. He's making apple fritters with whiskey and Mountain Dew in it, and I'm not even lying. How are videos going? They're going great. I had to yell at a lot of people in Illinois, apparently, in the driving videos. Yeah, Cowboy cooking. Yeah, it's my first time seeing him. I like him. He looks like he'd be a very nice pawpaw. And Fireball, yeah. Don't forget the Fireball. I want to try it with the Mountain Dew, though. I want to know what that tastes like. Oh, yeah. They're pretty good dessert. I mean, it's not my thing, because I don't like fruit chunks in my sweets and stuff. I'm just a weird texture person. But they always look and smell so good. So freaking good. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Did we get a shout out from Mika? Okay, we did. Just making sure. But yeah, so welcome in. Welcome in. We are just now putting the apple fritters into the frying oil after putting our Mountain Dew
Guardian
in there.
I just want them good
Good night,
and golden brown
Basia.
and done in the middle, light and fluffy. Because
Light and
remember, this
fluffy.
is sort of like a donut. And when you're talking about fritters, one of the first fritters that I ever
love
remember
him.
eating in my life was a corn fritter.
Corn
It didn't
fritter.
have all this sweetness and cinnamon in the dough. It was more of a flour and milk mixture with some egg, and then they just put corn in it, like whole corn cut right off the cob, fry it up. Wasn't bad, pretty good eating. Get you through the times when you thought your belly button was rubbing a blister on your backbone.
What does that mean? I don't need these extreme southern things. What about your belly button rubbing on your backbone? But I love him. I love his southern accent and the way he talks. I don't know what it is. Look at that fritter. It's got green. Belly button, what? Don't tickle your backbone with your belly button. It keeps changing. Starving? We're gonna get starving. We watched burgers a second ago. Looks more red on my stream than it does in the actual video for some reason. Back in my day, we walked 15 miles. Oh, this looks like fried chicken. Oh, yeah, get the icing on there. Get on there, Pops!
Ooh-wee. Takes me back to the 3rd grade. Miss Holloman's down there, quarter pecking on that glass, getting me one of them apple fritters. I want you to look at that. They are oh so pretty. I'm gonna let them cool off.
I'm so
just a
jealous
minute.
that
I
he
wanna
can just
back
go into
through
a
this deal.
bakery, pay 25 cents for one of
when you
these,
get
and
them in
another
that
25
skillet,
cents
you
for
see me
chocolate
sort of
milk.
Spread them out there a little, because if you don't, they'll
That's
puff
nice.
up too big and they don't get done in the middle. So
Don't get
try to
fat
just
on these.
give them a little bitty searing across there with a spoon to spread them out. And you'll be
Thank you,
pretty
Siren.
good. I can come back over here, folks, and got me some powdered sugar and some Fireball. whiskey and mix it
Fireball.
up. Now, if you don't want to go that route, and you don't have to, you can use half and half, or you
Hush
can
puppies
use
and
milk,
grits.
something like that. You can even put a little vanilla in there. This is just straight powdered sugar and Fireball whiskey. So, Mage, the rest of them are still in timeout. Don't tell them you got a bite. Is that okay? Mage says that'll work. It didn't have no apple in it. Which one? I think it's going to be this one.
Ooh.
They should be a little crunch there. You should get the sweetness of the apple, but you should get this icing.
ASMR.
See here? All them holes in there. That's air. That's fluffy.
Give me like a fritter shuffle.
Where is he going?
First, we're going to... Who brought the apple into the world? Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do the Johnny Jump Up Appleseed
Are we,
dance.
we're
Johnny
dancing?
jump way up. Get
Yeah,
the apples, and he can
dance.
Put them in his pocket. Put them in his pocket. Jump up there, put them in his pocket. Now, if y'all want to join me in this, get some of that aerobic blood flowing, because we're going to eat all them fritters. We're going to need it, I promise you.
That's right. Gotta do the Johnny Apple
Well,
dance.
folks, So easy to put together. So good.
I
We
was
make
not
it
expecting that in this
breakfast time,
video.
supper time, dinner time, any time is the right time for fritter time. Yes, it is.
Fritter time.
Hear that? I can hear old Santa Claus off there in the Denison. Got them reindeer. He is
He
getting
is
closer,
ready. He's
folks. It
coming.
is time to shop for Christmas, and we got a lot of stuff going on the website.
But does he have a
Check it
cookbook?
out. There's a lot of stuff there, but also that new smoker. Remember it? It is there. So, folks, we'll be in Elko, Nevada, the last week of January, first part of February.
Nice.
Check that out on the website.
Cookbook.
Cowboy Portrait Gathering, but we got 2 cooking workshops. But hey, it's a great time of the year. It is. I love Christmas. I love the holidays. Loving to be able to cook for the people
No,
I
don't
love.
eat his
And
fritters
that is that
now.
woman behind the camera. Shannon,
That's
I
a
love you so
fireball.
much. Now remember, as always, and it is with great privilege that I do, I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans who have
Oh,
kept that
man.
old flag flying over camp. God bless you, and we won't forget you. We won't. To the rest of you, come on in here. Come on. Get close.
Aww.
Gotta squeeze you extra hard. That way
Aggressive.
make more room for them fritters it is. God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down the best apple fritter fireball trail. I don't like to overcrowd the boat, so me move him over a little. It flies right on my eyeball.
The bloopers.
I'm gonna have another bite. Up there, but also that new smoker. Remember it? It is there.
Bless you.
The sun got me.
Bless you.
Oh my gosh. I tried to hold it off, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, you never know when one of them northers will blow in, and it might be like down below zero, and you'd be horseback out there looking for a yearling, and you'd be thinking to yourself, man, I wished I had a fire. And just so happened you had one in your pocket. You did. So you get off and you use a match and you build a fire with it. It'll keep you warm. Uh-huh.
That was a lot. Aw. He seems so nice. I love that. He seems so nice. Oh gosh. I might have to watch more of him. I don't know. He seems just like a very simple, sweet, down-to-earth country grandpa.